I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach, supporting ambitious new and rising coaches to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business using the Rising Coach method. I built a multi-six-figure business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to Rising Coaches with Sofia Bernardi. I am absolutely grateful that you are here, and I am so excited for this episode for two main reasons. One, all of my recent podcast episodes over the last month and a bit have been pre-recorded. So I actually have not sat down and recorded a podcast episode in such a long time, and I have honestly missed it. So I am so excited for the next few weeks to have some incredible solo episodes where I can update you on all of the things, because honestly, so much has shifted. So that's one reason why I'm excited about today. And the second reason is what we are talking about is something that I honestly am still coming to terms with. I literally cannot comprehend what has just happened in my business, and I'm so excited to share with you all of the things, because that is how we roll here on this podcast. I'm not hiding anything. I really want to share with you guys the real deal so that you can actually grow your business. You can actually create the life that it is you desire, right? That is absolutely what I want for you. So let's dive in. Lessons behind an $83,000 month. So at the time of recording this, I am referring to the month of August 2022. It was my biggest month in business, $83,000. I literally cannot believe it. And of course, I had to reflect on the month after to really see what shifted, because I definitely felt some energetic shifts here that have really allowed me to leap into these high figures. And it's definitely been a journey, and I've had overall a really incredible year financially and emotionally, and it's just continued to really compound. And yeah, I really wanted to share with you guys what has honestly shifted so that you can do the same. So first and foremost, the biggest thing upon reflection that has really supported me to generate such a high number in my business is gratitude. And I know what you might be thinking. Oh my God, gratitude. Here we go. Another coach telling me to be grateful for everything. But honestly, it made such a difference. I did one noticeable little shift every single day in the month of August, and am now obviously continuing to do it. And I am feeling the benefits. So a couple of my really great friends and myself, we are in a beautiful little group chat on Messenger on Facebook. And every single morning we send each other a voice memo. And it basically goes anywhere between 2 and 5-ish minutes. And basically, this is what we're doing. So for the first 2 minutes of the voice message, we are just sharing everything we're grateful for. So literally anything in your life, big and little things, just talking about everything you're grateful for. It's such a beautiful way to start the day, by the way. Everyone needs to at least try this. Give it a go. It has such a beautiful effect. Even if you're saying the same thing every single day, I am honestly pretty much saying the same thing most days. But that's the power of it, right? Is that compound effect of doing something like that consistently, right? Consistency is usually key to a lot of things: health, relationships, business, all of the things. So gratitude is definitely something that I have upped. So for 2 minutes every single morning, I'm really sharing everything I'm grateful for. And honestly, I am just walking around every single cell in my being feeling grateful for everything. I've got a tea mug in front of me, and I honestly feel so grateful for that. I feel so grateful for my health, my body, my relationships, my friendships, my business, my clients, the money that's coming in, the security I have, the roof over my head, the country I live in. I feel so privileged. I feel so grateful. I feel so proud. I feel so many things. And it's honestly because I'm reflecting on it every single morning and really taking the time to sit in all of the things I'm grateful for. And I feel like when you're in that energetic state of abundance, focusing on the good, focusing on, what you do have rather than what you don't have, it's just been such a massive shift for me to intentionally and consciously and consistently do that every single day. So gratitude, I'm I'm going to say hands down has played a role in this, because I've been in such a positive mood the last month in particular. Obviously, I feel like, let's just say 85% of the time I'm in a great mood, very high spirits. I'm a pretty energetic and positive person, I would say. Obviously, I'm human. I have my moments, but definitely I feel like in the last couple of months, I've just felt myself being, more often than not quite, calm and happy and grateful. So I wanted to start by saying that, because I think that's been one of the biggest things, if I'm being completely honest. The second thing was, and this is something, I really credit myself for and I'm really proud of, because this is not just something I've done in August. This is something I usually do every single month. And that is just showing up massively and consistently the entire month. So I really showed up in August, like on my Instagram stories, going lives, amazing posts, like podcast episodes and collaborations and speaking at events. Like I really just showed up for myself in my business. I invested so much money in myself. I, hired team members. I let go of things that didn't serve me, people that didn't serve me, and all of those sorts of things. And I feel like just that combination of letting go of the old and bringing in the new, and being willing and able to take those risky leaps. Like, investing in team members is a little bit scary. It's because you're supporting someone financially, and it can be a huge investment, and, there's a lot more responsibility involved and things like that. And yeah, just a lot of unknown when you invest in yourself in general. And so not only did I invest in, mentorship and all of those sorts of things, but I invested in 2 new team members, and that's something huge for me. So I feel like just kind of having that trust and belief in myself that, of course, this is, of course I can invest in all of these things, because this is going to work. My business is going to grow. And with that mentality, that's really supported me to just be like, well, let's just do this then. Whereas if I was in the perspective of like, what if it doesn't work and whatever, it would have been a lot harder to make decisions. So I've really made a lot of really quick decisions. So I think showing up massively, like I've intentionally and consciously put myself out there every day to build new relationships. At the end of the day, growing a business, a coaching business or service providing business, is all about building, high quality relationships with people. And that's what I focused on, becoming closer with my audience and bringing in a larger audience, right? And taking the time to build relationships with those people, like meaningful relationships. And so because I was building relationships and I was putting myself out there, showing people and telling people what it is I do, and then making offers like every day, of course that's going to have a compound effect. And this is something I do each and every month in my business. And so it's important to note that all the months prior I've ever had in business have supported me to create this success in this month as well, right? That's really important. And that's why, it doesn't really help you very much to show up massively one month and then take a month break and then show up massively again. Like, you've got to consistently show up. That doesn't mean you have to constantly be showing up. That doesn't mean you have to hustle and grind. There will be aspects of that required at times. You got to work hard if you want to create something big and incredible. But hard doesn't need to mean, jeopardizing your own health and relationships. You can absolutely have it all, right? With the right support and the right approach and things like that. So definitely just showing up massively, like making offers every single day. I really no longer see a separation between selling and serving. I see them as one and the same. And so to be able to every day sell and serve to my audience obviously gives people ample opportunity to take up those offers, because if you never make offers, you're never going to make sales. So I was doing that. And also the offers I was making in August had a lot of urgency around them. So there was a limited amount of time to take up these offers. There was a limited amount of spots, and that really, gets people to take quick action because of the urgency and the scarcity around it. So that really helped me also to bring in such a huge month. And yeah, so gratitude, showing up massively and consistently, making offers and building relationships with people. The next thing would be having irresistible offers. So the offers that I have whenever I create a program, and I believe in having less programs and higher quality programs where you really go all in on them. So most of this year I've just had one offer. You could only really join my mastermind. It's only very recently that I've created a new program for people in the more early stages of business. It's called Rise to Coach. It's lifetime access. It's amazing. Get on board. And that program has done super, super well, having that as a downsell as well for people that couldn't invest in the mastermind or things like that. Like having a program to like fall back on has been really awesome. So that definitely contributed. But the only reason I was even able to sell Rise to Coach is because the offers are irresistible. So Rise to Coach is amazing. It's so affordable in comparison to the value that is brought. So all of my programs, I really focus on over delivering and undervaluing. So like charging a lot cheaper than the value. So for example, I've made over $500,000 in my business to date, right? I'm not charging $500,000 to be in my program just because that program has taught me how to do that, right? I'm charging significantly less, which makes the value of the program seem, more irresistible, and having lots of inclusions and lots of support and all of those sorts of things have been really, really supportive. So definitely taking the time to make your offers incredible. And you can create, build, grow, and scale your business with one offer, by the way. Like literally most of my business, I've just had one program running at a time. I don't know why my brain just works a lot better being able to focus and pour all of my energy into one thing and really expand that and use my creativity in that. But recently it's become necessary to have another offer as well, because I'm attracting so many more people at different stages of business now that it's nice to have a little offer suite, and it's felt so good to do that. And it wasn't very much work at all to create this program. I was able to repurpose a lot of what I've already created for my mastermind, which, is incredible in of itself for everyone that joins Rise to Coach, right? So definitely having irresistible offers where, for a limited amount of time, they get XYZ bonus, or, a certain discount off or something like that really incentivizes people and encourages people to take action and make those bold leaps into themselves is so key. And, it's of service for them as long as it feels good for you, because it can be really scary to make an investment in yourself. It can be really scary to start, but when you do start and you invest in that support, that's where things really shift. And so anything you can do, as long as it feels in alignment, to support people to make that decision, especially if it's their first time, right? The fear is unbelievable. Then that's amazing. So having irresistible offers. And then interrupting this podcast episode quickly, because if you're loving this episode, it would mean the world to me if you shared my podcast to your Instagram stories. All you have to do is screenshot this episode and share it to your Instagram stories, tagging me at Sofia Rose Bernardi. I would love to connect with you. And then the last thing I really wanted to share behind the scenes of an $83,000 month is definitely having strong belief. This has been something I've been working on day one in business, and something that continues to evolve and show up more subtly now that I've expanded so much in my business and my life. It definitely shows up more subtly, but it always comes down to the same root thing of, if you really dig behind all the layers under, external challenges, right? It usually comes down to fear of not being good enough, fear of not being loved, fear of all of those sorts of things. And I've done a lot of work to release a lot of that, which has been amazing. And just peeling back those layers to really build my self-belief and confidence in myself and in my offer and in my potential clients has been so, so key. So because I have this new sense of belief in myself and love towards myself, that allows me to show up so much more confidently, as opposed to if I didn't believe in myself, right? And the problem is when you don't fully believe in yourself, selling your program is near impossible, right? You're going to avoid it. You're going to procrastinate. You're going to lower your prices. You're going to do all sorts of things to self-sabotage because you don't believe you're worthy of receiving that amount of money. And so working on your self-belief not only allows you to talk into your offers a lot more, but, stand proudly about them. If someone doesn't join my programs now, I honestly just feel for them. In a lot of cases, I feel like it's them that's missing out, right? I'm fine. I really just want to support people. And when you have that kind of level of belief in yourself, you're not going to be impacted by the no's. You're not going to be impacted, by any form of rejection or things not going exactly to plan, because you're in this abundant state, if that makes sense. So definitely having that strong belief in myself has been so key. And it's been a journey, like I said, a lot of meditating, a lot of journaling, a lot of kinesiology and coaching, and just working on myself and being kind to myself and forgiving myself and letting go of everything and everyone that doesn't serve me, and reading and listening to podcasts like this and things like that has just really, really supported me. So definitely belief is just everything at the root of it. If you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to believe in the offer that you've created? Which means, how are you then going to sell it? And then when you're talking to someone that you're selling it to, like, how are you going to overcome their objections? Again, if you don't believe like that you're worthy of it, or they're worthy of it, or your program's worthy of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it always comes back to that belief. So that's always the biggest thing you want to work on in your business. You know, so many people think it's the strategy, and don't get me wrong, strategy does play such a huge part in growing your business, such a huge part. There's no way I'd be where I am without having an aligned marketing strategy in place and tweaking that and improving that consistently, right? But on top of that, there's a mindset. There is a CEO mindset for success for sure. It's a different mentality that you really need to adopt to be able to navigate the challenges and the uncertainty and the fear that arises when starting a business. You know, it's just absolutely key, right? So having that strong belief in yourself and your offer, and that allows you to believe in your potential clients, and then you can really serve them and support them to step up to their higher self and be able to handle the objections when necessary. So just to recap, I would really say that gratitude is so key, has been so key. It's really put me in such an abundant mindset. Showing up massively and consistently has also been super, super key. Having irresistible offers really magnetizes people to you. And when you are so in love with your offer, it's fun to talk about, it's easy to talk about, and therefore you're going to get more results when more people are hearing about it from this place of passion and purpose, right? And then strong belief in yourself, in your offers, and in your potential clients is so key. So upon reflection, they are the 4 things that really came up for me. Is just, honestly, I leaned back a lot and I started like just living my best life. I started looking after myself more, in the sense that, you know, I always go to the gym very consistently, 5 days a week at least. But I started dressing up more. I started wearing jewelry, getting my nails done, and really just like looking after my self-care a little bit more to show up as that higher / next level version of myself, because I just realized that I was getting a little bit comfortable at home. You know, no one's going to see me today, so I can just walk around in pajamas and things like that. And whilst that's absolutely fine on occasion, I'm definitely a comfort person. I just realized that, like, when I was visualizing the next level version of myself, she is dressing up, she is looking after herself, she is glowing on the inside and out, and she's prioritizing herself and having a lot of balance of seeing friends and family and leaning back and letting go and all of those things. So naturally, I just started doing that to become that version of me. And I've been taking myself out on lots of dates. I've gotten massages and all the things, and it's just felt so good. I've invested in a really incredible gym and just really, looked after myself and been proud of myself. You know, I've really spent most of my life being so extremely, excruciatingly hard on myself. I used to, just call myself the biggest failure and say I was not good enough and that I didn't know what I was doing and that I would never succeed, and I compared myself to others. And lately, I've just been saying the complete opposite. I've felt so more than enough. It's not even funny. And I just know that I'm about to step into, building $1 million business. I already feel like I'm there. Like, truthfully, when I feel like every cell of my body feels like a millionaire right now. It's just a matter of it externally coming into fruition. And, just being able to own that and say that is crazy to me. I remember one of the first podcast episodes at the start of this year, I shared my goals with you guys, and I was so nervous to share that my goal was $500,000 in sales, and we are well on track to do that for this year. And I wasn't 100% sure it was possible. I think a deep part of me knew it was possible, but I had a lot of fear and I almost didn't share it. And I just know it's done. I'm speaking so much more confidently into this now. I obviously don't know if it's going to happen, but we are in September, the beginning of September at the time of recording this. And I just know we're going to do it. I just don't have a doubt in my mind. Like, to have earned $83,000 within a month, within 30 days is just something I just have to pinch myself for. So to celebrate, I went and got a massage, took the day off, hung out with my friends, did all the things, and I feel so good. And just to have friends and family members and, my coaches and beautiful people that I've met online, like, to support me and congratulate me and really truly want the best for me is just something I am just forever grateful for. And I'm just counting my lucky stars. And honestly, I feel almost emotional because I remember thinking that even $50,000 in a month at the start of this year just felt near impossible. And now I'm close to doubling that. And it's just like, wow, like, I'm getting really emotional right now. Like, it just feels too good to be true. And also I'm so capable and happy, like, holding it. I can hold it, and it just feels like crazy to me. So I feel very humbled. I feel very privileged. I feel very lucky. And I also know that I worked really, really hard to get here. And I wouldn't change a single thing. And I'm just so excited to help other people to be able to experience this feeling. It's such a cool feeling to start something from nothing and build it all the way up to where you're supporting other people emotionally and financially when you have a team, and, being able to create more and more freedom. I have quite an empty calendar most days because I've created my business that way, because I work in group containers and I have a team supporting me. And it's just the best feeling ever. And I just want every single coach to experience this. So if you are a coach, a healer, a consultant, a service provider, or you want to be, and you want to create, build, and grow your business, I would love to support you. I would love to invite you to book a free 30-minute call with me, and we can chat to see which program is best for you. Rise to Coach, which is lifetime access, self-paced, and you can go through all the content to sign your first and or next client and really build up to those $10,000 months. And then when you're ready financially and emotionally to be in the mastermind, where you got that next level support, and a lot of one-on-one support as well in that container, to really up level, book a call with me. We can see which one's for you. I would love to support you. And if you're listening right now and you want to send me a message, come over to Instagram. I'm at Sofia Rose Bernardi. I would love to connect with you all and just have a chat with you all. Like, it means so much to me when you guys reach out and say, that you loved the episode or something like that. So I just wanted to say, thank you to everyone that's really been supporting me and my podcast and my Facebook group and joining my programs. Like, everyone's played such a pivotal role in this. Like, whether you've never worked with me or you currently work with me or you continue to work with me, like, it doesn't go unnoticed, and I'm so grateful. So that was today's episode. Wanted to share with you the main takeaways I've had upon reflection for creating an $83,000 month in my business. And in less than 3 years. How cool. And if you want to create the same, let me show you the way. I'm here to, really open my arms and show you absolutely everything, because we all can rise together. All my love, and I'll see you next week. If you're ready to make money as a life coach, I want to invite you to join my Rise to Coach program, where I teach you how to make your first sale, which is the hardest part of building any coaching business. It's risk-free. You either love it or I give you your money back. Just head over to sophiarosebernardi.com/rise to coach. We'll see you inside.